Greetings, everyone. This is Payment Loans, your host, your friend, and coach. Today, we're kicking off week 3, Money Week, for the Purple Podcast Academy, class of February 2026, US and Canada class. So let's get going because that's going to be a very powerful one today. All right. This is the. You guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Money Week.
Yes.
The overview of this week. So now, as I said, week 1 was all about identifying your gift, your zone of genius. Week 2, we took your findings from week 1, your gifts, your zone of genius, and crafted your irresistible high-ticket Godfather offer. And now week 3, we're gonna go out and making money. So day 1, today I'm gonna share with you something very powerful, which is leveraging Facebook groups to get visibility and build your audience from scratch. Even if you're starting from nothing, you have no audience. Plus, I'll share with you an expert talk, someone who built one of the biggest communities out there. I'll share that with you guys after as a bonus. And then day 2 tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to build your winning program effortlessly in as little as 7 days. I'll share with you guys how the big boys and girls, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Dean Graziosi, Amy Porterfield, those guys and girls were doing 6-7 figure launches, how they are building the program. And this is also how I built my program 4 years ago, the first academy. And then day 3, once you built that once you first built a tiny audience, then build your program the right way, then we're gonna go out to that audience and make them an offer they can refuse. So you can get your first paying client in as little as 30 days. If you do this the way I'm telling you, you'll be very happy. That's all I'm gonna say. And then day 4, I'm gonna share with you guys something that completely changed my business from struggling to get clients to having a reliable system to getting clients like clockwork. And that is by running your own profitable 5-day challenge. You know, at the end of each academy, I host a graduation party to celebrate each other, which we'll do next week. And I asked them for testimony, but also asked them one question. Would you have joined my academy? Would you have invested in academy if I had not done a 5-day challenge? If I had done instead a webinar? Guess how many said they would have?
0.
Exactly. How many of you guys here would have invested in my program if I had not done a 5-day challenge? Be honest.
No. It's the challenge that got me. I got the attention.
Same
Well,
thing.
Sorenzo, I think it's the people that stay in your 5-day challenge are the people that are most likely apt to stay in through the whole Profitable Podcast Academy.
Very true. Very true. Absolutely. So yes, and day 5, probably my favorite day of the week, which is all about leveraging the phenomenal power of testimonials. Testimonials are going to be your best friend. This is why I say I'm a collector. What do you collect? I collect success stories, testimonials. And this is why. Testimonials are going to allow you to not only charge a pretty good amount of money from the start, but also give you, how would you like to give yourself a $500 to $1,000 raise per client every 3 to 6 months? Raise your hands. If I could, I would raise my feet too, you know? Exactly. You're waving at me. Yes, I see you, Joey. I see you. Exactly. And this is what testimonials do. I shared an example of my coach, Jay. He went from charging $500 for his first class in September of 2021 to $10,000 within 30 days. A 20x. How? By simply collecting 43 60 to 90-second video testimonials from his student at the time. That allowed him to 20x his rates. So that's what I mean. Testimonials are going to be a game changer. That's the menu for this week. Let's move on. So day 1, again, all about Facebook groups. Guys, Facebook groups are an absolute gold mine. I'm going to share that with you guys why they are, my personal experience with Facebook groups, and finding Facebook groups for your audience and prospect and where they hang out the most. And then what to do, and most importantly, what not to do in a new community, the right way to leverage a Facebook group as a guest and member, and ultimately building your own Facebook group for your business as soon as possible if you don't have one yet. Day 2, again, I mentioned about that. I'm going to be introducing to you guys the Ask Method by Ryan Levesque. Incredibly powerful approach. This is how all the big, powerful, elite entrepreneurs are doing to build a program. Even myself, this is how I built my initial program. By simply asking my students. Hey, I asked one question that led to three questions that changed everything. First question was, do you have your own podcast? 97% would say no. Why? 3 reasons. I don't know where to start. I'm not a techie. And I don't know how to get the right people. Guess what? Those 3 reasons became the pillar of my initial academy, which I used to sell up to December of 2024 for £2,000, which is $2,500. And you guys get access to that as a bonus. So, and this is the most powerful way to build your program. You simply ask, what is the main pain point stopping you from this, the main challenge? And you just let them tell you. And then you build it around those pain points. Simple as that. And,
Are you supposed to be changing pages, or are we?
oh, it's not showing?
We're just on the first page.
Okay, I hate this. Let me do that again. Okay.
I didn't know. Like,
Okay, no problem. How about now?
okay. Yeah, now we're moving.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. I don't know what's going on with the slides, but yeah, it happens sometimes. Anyways, day 2, building your winning program the right way, and as little as 7 days. Day 3, once you've built that initial audience, tiny audience, even if it's 5 or 10 people, the right 5-10 people, and build your program around their pain point, then we go to those people and make them an offer they can refuse. And I'll share that with you guys, how to make them literally an offer they can refuse. How to have your own Godfather irresistible offer in as little as 30 days. 7 days, so you can get your first client as soon as possible. And I'm going to talk about the art of making offers and how you can literally create money out of thin air. And also, offer creation is literally wealth creation. Your main task is to make as many offers to the right people as possible. The more offers you make, the more money you will make. As simple as that. Day 4, again, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the thing that changed my business and my life, and that is running my first 5-day challenge back in January of 2024. I never looked back, and I've been doing them every 6 weeks. And I want you guys to do the same. What a 5-day challenge is, what makes a challenge so powerful, my experience with it, and how can you implement your 5-day challenge as soon as possible. Because 5-day challenges are the fastest, best, most reliable way to get high-ticket clients. And this I'm going to be sharing with you guys on day 4. And day 5, all about leveraging testimonials to charge more right away and also raise your prices regularly. Why testimonials are so powerful? My experience with testimonials. And of course, I want you guys to become a collector of testimonials and all that. So that's the menu for this week. And next week, we'll have our graduation party. I'll have a little gift, a beautiful gift for you guys next week. So bring your party hat next week at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. I'll tell you about that on Friday. So any questions about the menu for this week? Once, twice? All right, so let's move on to the next. Let me find the right screen. Okay, you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just the first page.
How about now when I switch?
Yeah, it's moving now.
Okay, so let's talk about Facebook groups. As I told you guys, Facebook groups have been an absolute goldmine for me. They were what allowed me to get out of the hole. So let's get into that. So first of all, why do you guys think that Facebook groups are an absolute goldmine? Let me hear it from you guys so I can take a little break.
Does they have multiple groups that you can join?
Okay. And what makes Facebook groups so powerful?
I don't know.
Oh, you do
Well,
know.
they are focused on a specific, they're all specifically focused.
Yes. Back in the day, where did people go to gather, to talk, to get updates?
Parks and
Town halls.
communities and coffee shops,
Yes. Town halls. Then it became that,
town halls. Yeah.
and then in the online world, first we had forums. You guys remember those? They still exist. And then
Hmm.
after forums, now we have Facebook groups. So again, Facebook groups are places where people of similar interest hang out. You know, you can go on Facebook, you can search for whatever topic, keyword, location, and you'll find groups for it. For example, spinal cord injuries, Florida, or New York, Ontario, whatever. Astrologers, whatever. Past life readers, NLP practitioners in any city, even in any country, any language, you can find it. So again, Facebook groups have become the go-to place to hang out and connect with like-minded people. People go there to share experiences, ask questions, connect with other people, and just interact with like-minded people. So my experience with Facebook groups, so I started 5 years ago, back in the fall of 2020. As you guys know, I was in the hole, broke, desperate, lost, suicidal, and it was Facebook group that allowed me to get back on my feet. Especially one specific group, the Serving Circle. Have you guys heard of that group?
Mm-mm.
I'll introduce you. I'll connect you there. It's one of the most beautiful groups out there, formed by an Australian guy, Tyson Sharp. They have the meetings every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's basically a networking event. Everybody gets a minute and a half to 2 minutes to introduce himself. 3 questions. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? And how can we help you? Basically sharing your elevator pitch. So I want you guys, before you go there, to really hone in on your messaging, have laser focus clarity. So when you do go there, you will be the only ones. Will be when you say what you do, people, wow. Huh? How do you do that? As opposed to everybody just zooming out, turning off their camera, and just waiting for their turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, I highly recommend you guys. I'll send you an invitation to that group. It's free. For the first 3 years, I would say 80% of my guests on my podcast came from there. And for the first 3 years, 60 to 70% of my clients came from there.
Mm.
That's when I was just starting out.
Okay.
So it's an amazing group. But again, find your groups. Whatever keyword is relevant for your business, go on Facebook and find those groups. I will share that to you in a moment, much later today. So once you identified your groups, here's what I recommend. Spend 2-3 days just reading, getting a feel and a vibe for the community. Don't post anything, just read. And after a few days, you start dipping your toes in the water, so to speak. And what do I mean by that? You don't post, you simply answer questions. And you answer questions not with a, cheesy or smart ass answer, but a real meaningful answer. And that's going to be magic, because when you do that, people, who's that person? You will start getting likes, hearts, comments, tagged. People will send you friend requests and so on and so forth. You spend a week simply providing value without asking anything. You just provide value, answer question in the most valuable way, deep, meaningful way, to build that trust, display your expertise. Show, hey, this person is not only friendly, but also he or she knows what they're talking about. And then, after a week of doing that, You make a post introducing yourself. Hi, my name is Joy, Carrie, Hector, Payment. Don't even mention your business. Just say, I just launched my podcast and I'm looking for guests to showcase on my podcast. Each time I do that, I get flooded. This is what I mean with getting leads on demand. Identify the right group for yourself, provide value, offer value, display expertise, build trust for the week or so, and then make a post. Hey, my name is Payman. I'm the host of Leaders Art podcast, where I've been showcasing for the last 5 years and 420 episodes. Entrepreneurs from around the world who are building impactful, purposeful, heart-centered businesses. Each time I do that, I get flooded because everybody wants to be on a podcast. Here's another way.
Are we focusing on the groups of people that we help, or are we focusing more on entrepreneurs or podcasters?
That was my example. So you use, first of all, again, clarity. What is this pain point you're solving for who and where they are? Identify your Facebook groups and then use this approach. Are you following me, Hector?
Yes, I am.
So again, just identify them, spend 2 or 3 days just reading, getting a feel for the vibe for the community, and after that, spend a week just answering questions, building up value, trust, displaying expertise. You answer in a very meaningful way. Long, by long, I don't mean writing an essay. 2-3 sentences, because most people, and I hate that, answer with smartest answers.
Right.
That's one of my pet peeves. It would be much better for you to just shut up than answer with a useless one-liner or a smart-ass answer. No, provide some real value. And after that, you introduce yourself. This is what I've been doing, and my previous things I've been doing, which have been very successful. You say, hey guys, I just launched my podcast, and I'm looking for guests. And of course, you fill in the blank, you tell them what your podcast is about, who you're looking to interview, and so on and so forth. You do that. Here's some more tips for you on what to do on a Facebook group to really get the most out of Facebook groups. Spend a week or two just providing value after you've introduced yourself, like that. Approach the owner, the admin of the Facebook group, and invite him or her onto your podcast. And then on that call, what I do usually, I never do a podcast on the first call with someone I just meet. I do a meet and greet call to get to know them, to ensure that they are a good fit, and also to get to know them better. So invite the owner, the admin of the group onto your podcast, and I always tell them first, before we jump into an actual podcast call, I want to do a quick meet and greet call to get to know each other. And during that call, again, you provide value, you display expertise, you tell your story, speaking from the heart, and then you schedule a time to get that person on your podcast. And that's going to be gold, because everybody wants to be on a podcast, even more so someone influential like the guy or the girl who runs a big Facebook group. Do you guys see how powerful that is?
Yeah.
And then during that call, guaranteed that person will ask you, so Joy, Carrie,
Yes.
Payment, what do you do? And then you tell them the way I've been teaching you guys
Mhm.
in a conversational way, the how, how approach, focusing on the impact, on the outcome, the life changing as opposed to title, they will be blown away. And then at that moment, you can offer them, hey, listen, I love what you're doing, and I would love to further help you shine brighter than you shine. And he or she will say, how? Say, listen, he or she, you can tell them, hey, listen, how else can I support you, provide value to the community? He or she will suggest things. And one of the things they may more than likely invite you to do is, hey, since you're an expert and you're such an awesome person, would you mind doing a masterclass or a Q&A? Ask me anything about your topic. And of course, you will be delighted to do so. And if they don't, you simply offer them, hey, listen, I would love to, as my way of saying thank you for you and your community, I would love to do a free Ask Me Anything call for an hour to your audience on the topic of the community. That's going to be gold for everyone involved, for the owner of the group, because they're getting quality content for the community because they get to speak and ask questions to actual expert, and for you because you're getting exposure. Do you see how powerful that is, guys?
Mhm.
Yes.
That's how you do the right way Facebook groups. This is what I've been doing, and this is what allowed me to get over 200 iTicket clients with a tiny YouTube channel. This is how you win the Facebook group games. Do you guys see it? Does it make sense in your mind?
Absolutely. Yes.
So rewatch that, take notes, and simply implement it. This is how you build an initial community, even if your audience right now is just you, your couch, your dog, and your wall. Seriously. Next. Again, I just shared my story, Serving Circle. They embraced me and welcomed me with open arms. A big chunk of my 400 plus episodes come from there. A big chunk of my initial clients came from there, and it's my favorite community. So again, how do you find the right Facebook group for yourself? Very easy. You just go on Facebook, you click on groups, or you just on the search bar, you just include Facebook groups for your keyword. For example, for you, Hector, would be spinal cord injury, men with spinal cord injuries. For you, Joy, it's going to be on the astrology or whatever you want to focus on.
Oh, I don't do astrology, but I know what you mean, like past
Yeah.
lives or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on that. But for you, as we talked, I believe in the last call, one of the things that really stood out, you could be building a very successful business, helping people overcome a specific addiction with your gifts.
Yeah.
That would have something of value to where you can charge $1,000 or more. Because they can get easily a reading. I don't know how much they go for, like 30, 60, 90, $100 per reading.
A couple hundred.
Yeah, something like that. But again, remember, we don't want your business to be transactional, and you definitely don't want
Right.
to be charging per hour, because you just
Yeah.
giving yourself a glorified job.
Right.
Instead, you want to provide transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And the bigger the transformation, the more you can charge, and the more gladly they will pay you.
Yeah.
So again,
I could definitely help people with addiction. It's just that there's just so many free services that provide help with addiction.
yes.
You know, like AA and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. But again, remember when I said since the beginning, when someone is looking to invest in a coach in a program, they're not looking for a faceless corporation or a disconnected billionaire. They want someone that they can relate, identify, resonate with, someone that is just like them, that just a few steps ahead of them. That's what people want. As I said, people pay the big money for three things: transformation, speed, and accountability, and hand holding, so to speak. That's what people want. So yes, there's a lot of free resource out there. Yes, but what you're doing, taking a hand pick the right people, holding their hands every step of the way, just like I've been doing for you guys. You know, so same thing here. Just because there are free things out there don't let that stop you from bringing
Mhm.
your gifts to your world. Because again, there's only one. Yes, there's a lot of podcasts out there, but there's only one
Mhm.
joy, one actor, one carry, one payment. You bring your personality, your experiences, your gifts, your flavor, and all that. That's what makes you stand out. Again, it's all about
Yeah.
standing out. It's about differentiating yourself. And again, your message is not meant for the world, but it's meant for
Mhm.
your world. Your
Mhm.
job is to find your joys, your actors, your carries, my payments, and so on and so forth. So again, don't let stop you. And go at it one step at a time. All right. So find your Facebook groups and do the approach I just shared with you guys. Yeah. Again, spend 2-3 days just reading to get a feel and a vibe for the community. Then after that, spend a week answering questions in a helpful manner. And after that, make a post introducing yourself and talking about your podcast. Not your business, your podcast, where you simply invite people on your podcast. That's how we get leads on demand. One of the students from a recent academy, she did that. She had 84 people raise their hand within the first 24 hours. She got over 200 people raise their hand within a week. She got so many that she turned off the post. This is how you get leads on demand anytime you want. I mentioned to you guys that you can get, I'm going to give you 20 leads, but once you implement that, you can blow past that in a matter of hours.
Mhm.
You can get easily 50 to 80 leads a week if you do it that way. Now, the question is, can you handle that? Can you handle 50, 80 leads, basically conversations each week? That's your,
Oh, yeah. It'd be a nice problem, but yeah, be too much.
again, yes, that's why I also do it now
Yeah.
that we've been doing it. So again, knowing that you can get leads anytime you want, it's a very good thing to do, to have. But again, it comes down to one thing and one thing only: clarity. This is why I've been emphasizing so much since the beginning. Clarity is the name of the
Mhm.
game. All right, so all good so far. And again, I mentioned the right way. Now let's talk about, in life and in business, important to know what to do, but what's 10 times more important? Knowing what not to do, what not to say. For
Mhm.
example, do not go blazing out talking about your business services from the first post. That's a fast way to get banned, not just from the community, but from Facebook altogether. Don't go spamming, don't go pitching, and do not start adding people left and right without having interacted with them. Let people come to you, just like I said in the beginning. Don't beg,
Mhm.
don't ask, don't chase, simply invite. When you spend time providing value on the Facebook groups, answering questions in a meaningful, helpful, friendly way, people will flock to you. They will like you, heart you, tag you, comment, hey, this is awesome, thank you, I appreciate that. People will start messaging you. People will start sending you friend requests. This is how you build an audience from scratch the right way. Does it make sense?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So again, I just mentioned it before. Spend a day or two just reading through the threads, posts in the group to get a feel for the group, the vibe. Take notes. Yes, take notes, because that's going to be part of your market research. You will notice within a day or two patterns, the most common questions. And this is gold. This is going to tell you what people are struggling with. And you start answering those questions. You start even creating your own FAQs on your website based on those comments. Because the feedback you're seeing there, not the feedback, the comments and all that, the conversations, this is gold, guys. This is how you build successful businesses. What is business? What is an entrepreneur? A business simply solving solutions, solving problems. We're problem solvers. The bigger the problem you solve, the more you're getting paid. in a very simplistic way. So again, it's all about providing value in a friendly way, which in the same time is going to display your expertise while building trust and rapport. And people will flock to you, come to you, comment to you, message you, send you friend requests, and so on and so forth. Do you guys see how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Now that you
Yes.
know that, once people start messaging you, interacting with them, then feel free to tell them, hey guys, I've started my own group, which may be of interest to you. Check it out. It's free. Or even better, you create a banner on Facebook which tells people exactly what you do with a link. Click here to join my free community. I'm sure you guys have already seen that. Join other communities. Now the question is, what are you waiting to create yours? And don't create a Facebook page, create a Facebook group. Much better. Because interaction is more easier and easier to manage and more powerful. And after a week or so of simply helping people, you make a post introducing yourself and talking about your podcast, not your business, your podcast. Hey, my name is Joy, my name is Hector, Carrie, Payman, whatever. I just launched my podcast, or I'm the host of such and such podcast where I've been showcasing X for the last Y months, weeks, whatever. And I'm looking for new guests to showcase, and just sit back, relax, and enjoy. You'll be completely flooded. So here's your first action step for today, for day one. Identify 1 to 3 Facebook groups where your ideal audience, prospect, and clients hang out the most. And then join those groups. Also, when you're looking for potential groups to join, the 2 things I like to watch for. 1, make sure that the group is currently active and big enough. And make sure it's not a pitch fest. There are groups where people all they do is just talk about the crap. And that's the last type of, those groups are to be avoided. Instead, you go for groups where they have a decent amount of people, 2,000 to 5,000 people, groups that are active, you see interactions every day, and where people are actually chatting, communicating, conversing, exchanging, and not just pitching. And you join those groups. And then you spend a day or two just reading, getting a feel for the vibe. Then you start replying to questions in a helpful and friendly manner. While at the same time you create, I would recommend you create a Google Doc where you simply put any notes such as recurring questions and themes. That's going to be your market research. And I will send you guys an invitation to the Serving Circle. They gather every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific for about an hour and a half. Each person gets about a minute to a minute and a half. Sorry, a minute and a half to 2 minutes, depending on how many people show up. And they ask you 3 questions. Where are you? Where are you from? What do you do? And how can we help you? Very simple. And that's when you can shine by sharing what you do, focusing on the impact, the value you bring in, using what I shared with you guys from the gym room video and the future video, with you know how approach. You do that, you will stand out. You will be flooded. People will come to you. They will rush to you. So that's it for today. Any questions? Let me check this chat. No worries, one was done. We're done actually, Hector. Beautiful.
It's good. As I was expecting. Thank you.
So, was it helpful today?
Very.
Especially the first hour, the bonus training, the videos.
Yes.
Good.
Very
And,
helpful.
And are you going to do the top 5?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'll do that. And please watch those videos, especially the videos I shared, Jim Rome in the future. and take notes and implement them. And I want you guys to share your findings, you know how approach inside the WhatsApp group, as well as your action steps.
Awesome.
This week, if you do what I'm sharing with you guys, if you do the action steps every day, you will have a game plan to literally get your first paying client very fast. Do you guys see how it works? Do you see it in your mind that you can do it? That this is going to work for you?
Yeah, not only that, I'm gonna invite all you guys to be my client. I mean, not my clients, but my my interviewers.
Anytime, brother.
My
Just
guests.
let me know. Yes.
Yep. Thank
Vice
you.
versa.
Yes.
Nice to each other. Yes.
Like the Breakfast Club.
And
Yes.
Uh-huh.
the BNI networking events. That's it.
What is the name of the networking event that you're going to send us information on? The name of the networking event that you're going to send us information on.
Serving Circle. I will add you. I will send you guys all an invite on Facebook. So look for the notifications, and I'll also notify Tyson, the owner of the group, is a buddy of mine, to approve you guys.
Okay.
I want a gold-plated invitation sent to my home.
You want to do what?
I want a gold-plated invitation card sent to my home.
As we say in French, we like $100 and 3 croissants as well.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Exactly.
And a stripper? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I'm joking. A belly dancer for you, Hector. Yeah, for you, Hector.
Come on. Why couldn't we add the stripper? We could have had the stripper instead.
Oh, really? Okay. Hey, male or female or both?
See? You had to go there, right?
No, I'm joking.
I
Anyways,
just
guys, listen, have a good one. Please do the action steps, and I'll see you inside the WhatsApp group.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Take care.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.